Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to, oh, it's cold outside. I am going to be doing some car stuff. Specifically, I am going to try to diagnose why my fan has stopped working in my car. And why my, I got to put it in reverse. Oh no, I got to put it apart. And why my brake caliper is currently sticking, which could be for two reasons. It could be because the caliper itself is sticking. Yep, it is in reverse. Or it could be because the hose brake line thingy has seized, which would kind of suck balls. So we're hoping it is not that one. And I'm currently parking the van right now so I can put my car in the garage. Goodbye, everybody. My name is Markiplier. Okay, now I've got to move my car into the garage, and I'm talking to myself in public. Oh my god, I want to kill myself. Oh, what a beautiful car. Oh, I'm going to, oh, never mind. Good car though. Okay, good. Like that, I'm going to go on ramps. Or am I going to? No, I'm not going to go on ramps. I'm going to jack it up. And jack it. Never mind. Okay, cool. Okay, so to give you some context, when I initially bought the car, which was about I don't know, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago at this point, the guy who sold me the car said that the resistor, the blower resistor was gone or going out, so I would need to get a new one, which I did. And the symptoms of that was that if you had the old blower resistor in, the fan speed would be stuck on at the max speed, right, which is no good. You want the resistor so you can change your speed. And so I put the new resistor in, and I got my new speed as I needed it, right? Very good, very good. However, a day ago or 2 days ago, when after I finished driving, doing a test drive of my car, I did some stuff and I went back to drive it again, and the blower just randomly would not turn on at all. So if you turn on the AC, which I'm not going to do because the car is off, but if you turn on the AC, you don't get any blower at all, no fan, no nothing, which is kind of a problem because if that was the resistor, one, that would kind of suck also because that would mean the resistor already went out. But if it was the resistor, it would be stuck at full volume. So I believe it is not the resistor and hopefully the blower motor, but I would still like to diagnose that before I order a new blower resistor or a new blower motor. Oh my god. All right, so what I need to do is I need to take off these panels here so I can see the blower, and then once I see the blower, I need to spin the blower with the car on to see if the blower starts spinning with some assistance, which means the blower motor is going, and I'm going to stop doing the accent now. Okay. So basically I need to take those panels off, turn the car on, spin the thingy, and then see if it goes. And then bomb Iran. So I don't know why I thought I wouldn't have to, but I'm gonna have to take out the entire glove box, which kind of sucks. Yeah. I also had to buy a shop manual. So, but it didn't ship yet or something, so I don't know if we'll be able to do this tonight. We're gonna see how far I can get by just guessing how to take apart the glove box, because I can't find a video on it. All right. So fantastic news, there are screws right there. So I'm gonna try unscrewing that and see what happens. More great progress. Turns out you have to push these clip things. I need a better angle on that. You have to push them forward to get them out of the hole thing that they're in, right? Because they're shaped like that. Yeah, and then this falls out more. So we're getting closer. I'm feeling it. I have also located in the back there, you see that little plug thing in the back? Right, the plug thing right here. You see, I'm pretty sure if I get something behind that and I pull it out, which I'm not gonna be able to do at this angle, if I get something behind there, if I get something behind there, it's hard to do with one hand. Oh, I got something behind there. Look, it's behind there. So I pull that out. Oh. What? Wait, hold up. Is it just a hole? What? I thought there was gonna be like a screw there or something. You'd be kidding me. There's just a hole? Why is there just a hole? What? Okay, upon reconsidering the evidence, oh boy, I've located more. I located another screw over there and then over here. Ow my gosh. There's another one, so I'm gonna try to take those out, and I think the things will just fall out then, probably, because I mean, I don't know what else is there, so yeah. Okay, so due to some geometric constraints, I cannot, in fact, take out those screws that I thought I could take out yet. I think I have to take this part out first, so I'm gonna keep looking for that, I guess. Well, I got it out. I'm not going to tell you how, so too bad. Okay, I took these screws out of the bottom, or at least I unscrewed them. So now, I think this should kind of just come out somehow. I think after I removed the screws, right? I think the only thing holding this in here is clips right now, which if I look behind here, which this is the fuse box cover that I removed. If you look behind here, you can see, maybe you can see, I don't know if you can quite see, but actually you probably can't see, but there's clips there. No, I don't. Oh, maybe you see the white thing. I don't know. There's clips there on the back. So I'm just gonna pull really hard and see what happens. Oh, you can see a little clip peeking through. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. So I got that clip. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Let me pull. Oh, just coming out. It's just day. Oh. Okay, that's definitely out here on the top here. You can see. If I can pull it out. Nope. Coming out on the bottom. Let me go to the bottom. Hold up. Give me a second. Okay, new idea. I think this bottom panel here, this one right here, has got to come out first. So let me try pulling on that because I know that's just clips. Yep, that's clips. Oh, you know what? Do I take this one out first, chat? Maybe. No, that looks like there's a seam there. Well, it's out now. Hold up, I got tools for this. Okay, let's try this. Yeah. Okay, oh, no, let's try this angle. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Oh. Yeah. Shit. Okay. Come on. Crap. Balls. Really? Oh, come on. Ridiculous. I pay you for. Yeah. Oh, shit. There's not like a screw here, is there? No, this thing is bending a lot. That's cool. Hold on, let me just take this whole thing out. Yeah. Oh, my God, don't worry, guys. Okay. All right. Now, why are you not coming out of the closet? And by that I mean coming off. Oh my. Okay. Hold up. That looks like a little portion. That doesn't look broken. Cool. Oh, I have found another screw. Oh, ancient. Never mind. By my gamer deduction skills, I have then assumed that probably there's a. Probably got to take this panel off before I can. There's probably another screw. Okay, so I did some mining off screen, and turns out you didn't need to do that. Basically, if you look at the stuff, you see how, hold up, yeah, it'll be in there like this. No, it's like, hold up. All right, like this. Okay, yeah. So when you pull it out in this orientation, right? You see the little lip there on the side? Yeah, that lip goes on the other side of this little thing right here. So when you pull it out, you kind of got to twist it in like a goofy way, without it. Yeah, I mean technically you can avoid that if you take this entire console out, which is what I was about to do. But then I decided I did not want to do that and figured out that it must not be this hard. Turns out it was not that hard. All I had to do was just kind of manhandle it in a goofy way. So now you can see the little thing in there
that's the blower, or that's the back of the blower, I think. So I think I need to take those screws out or something. I don't know. Getting kind of tired.
Well, well, you see, I did some more off-screen mining. So as it turns out, you remember when I started this video and I said the blower motor was like, I just wanted to take a look at it just to see it, and I thought that'd be easy. Well, as it turns out, it's not that easy, and you have to take apart a lot of the dash, some of the insides, that thingy. This is all gone now. Hold up, let me get a flashlight. This is, ow, that was my head. This is all gone now, which is pretty funny. You know, like, look at that. That's the vent. I mean, I've never seen these things before. This shifter is all naked, which is kind of, yeah, all right. But anyways, so the last final step here before I can take the blower motor out, or at least before I can start taking it out, is I have to remove this brake pedal right here, right? Well, as it turns out, there's like 6 bolts or something, and they're all behind this mess. Like, you have to reach your hand really far in here to get to them. And even then, and I'll see if I can get a handle on it. Let's see if I put the video there. I bet you can see it. I might have to zoom in on the video and post for you to actually properly see it, if you can see it. But there's like a little thingy that sticks, that's holding like the brake thingy to the car body still. So in other words, I can't get it out. I think you're supposed to bend this little metal piece that you might be able to see right now, to get it to go through the thingy, to get it out of the thingy or something. But that's kind of a pain because, like I said, it's in this nest of all this stuff, so it's really hard to get anything in there, and I'm surprised I could get all the stuff out that I did get out. So yeah, but, and I'll see if I can get the camera in here. Yeah. Okay, so if we crawl up in here, if we crawl up in here, I don't know which orientation the camera's done, so I might have to flip that later. Oh boy, God, so tiny. So we go up in here, oh my goodness, we go up in here, you can actually see, I think I'm pointing at it, you can see the blower motor, the black part there. Yeah, that sticks out. So given that I can see it and that I can put my head back here and that I probably can put a wrench there, I really hope I don't have to take the brake out and I can just leave the brake where it is. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to actually try to figure out a way to bend that thing, which might require me to like make a tool or something. I generally do not know how other people have done this. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. I'll let you know how that goes. Doyle, I have removed the brake pedal. Holy shit. Oh my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Holy crap. I got it out. I'm holding it. I spent like 5 hours trying to get this out. Oh my goodness. You have to. So if anybody cares, if anybody actually has to do this at some point, they're watching them, some poor soul is watching this video for instructional purposes. If you'll notice, there's 4 bolts here, right? Which you probably already knew. And there's also that little metal flange, or that thing sticking out there, which I talked about before. What you have to do is you have to push this down to compress the brake thing, or the bellows thing. Hold on, a better angle on it. The bellows thing there, you gotta, because that pushes in, because that's where the brake, that's like actually the brake juice or something, I don't know. Push that in, and the bolts will go in with it, right? And then if you kind of push that in as hard as you can, and then sort of pull up on the bottom. So you're pushing on this as hard as you can to push the brake pedal down, and then you pull up on the bottom here. You can basically slide it off the thingy. Like you don't have to bend the tabs like I was trying to do. You just slide it off, and it just pops off. That I can't. Wow. Holy shit. Okay, so okay, so up there on the blower thingy,
I took the little wire you see dangling off. You can, I don't know if you can, oh yeah, the little tube thing. Took that off. And the little ring. Oh, I should take the ring out actually. Hold up. I already loosened the ring. I just had the tube in the way. Now I get the tube out so you can take the ring out. I think. Oh, no, come on. Come on. Come on. I thought this was going to be easy. But no, it is not. Okay. Ooh, this love is fading. Or something. Okay, now I got the ring out. So now I go up the other side and I need to take the actual blower motor out because it doesn't come out the side, but you don't have to take the stuff off. So, yeah, okay, I'll be back.
I took this thing out of the passenger side and it actually had some leaves in it. More than that, I dropped it in the kitchen. Most leaves fell out, but there's the ones that are left. So I'll now dramatically take them out. So that was probably causing some noise because I did hear some noise on the interior. But now you should be able to actually see the blower motor.
I think you should be able to see it. That's the blower motor. Or really, well, I should say the other side of the blower motor. That's the fan part. So now I should be able to kind of just wiggle that out. So let's see if I can do that.
I'll be back. Ta-da! That was actually really easy. It came out in like 5 seconds. That was like the easiest part of this whole thing. After you take all the stuff out that attaches it to the car, it just comes out. Just, who would have thought? So now I'm kind of inclined to hook it up to a battery source of some or a power source of some kind and see if it turns on. Because if it does, then it wasn't the blower motor and I have no idea what it is. I still haven't confirmed that there actually is a blower motor, so probably good to confirm that before I put the new one in and become very disappointed. I'm gonna go do that. Yeah, positive still connected.
Okay, come closer.
Oh, okay.
Good. Alright.
Nothing's on fire yet, which is good.
I think you're gonna have to put that down and actually just
Okay.
touch that to the...
Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so top 10 saddest anime endings. The motor actually did work. However, it made the noise that I was hearing before the motor died. So it's still worth replacing it with the new motor. And I'm hoping that we jostled something around internally on the motor that made it like suddenly work again, so that, you know, if I, well, hopefully it was the motor, even though the motor is currently not working. And I can test that by putting the new motor into the car and buttoning it up a little bit and then seeing if it works. So yeah, or I'm gonna. Okay, so I already did this, but I will reenact it for the Vine. So if I reconnect the battery here, which you'll be able to see the spark of probably. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Or maybe not, actually, that wasn't that big. Okay, but there was a spark for those who was watching at home. Okay, so if I reconnect the battery and then I go back into the car here, and if I turn on the blower, or I should say I turn on the stuff that would normally turn the blower on, right? And then I adjust the blower settings here, and I crank this up to max, which you can see is being cranked up to max. And you might also notice that we do not hear a blower still, so so you might be wondering, did you just disassemble your entire car for no reason? Well, maybe. So it's either the blower, the resistor, or the fuse, or I guess a physical wire or something, or a software bug. I don't know. So I'm gonna go to bed, but tomorrow I'm gonna use a multimeter to try to figure out where the volts are getting to, and try to use that to determine what the problem is. For those wondering why I didn't start with the resistor, I replaced the resistor like, I don't know, a few weeks ago, so I wouldn't expect that to go already, but maybe they just got a really bad resistor. But also when the resistors fail, usually they fail on, so that'd also be weird if it failed by open circuiting somehow. So oh man, oh my goodness, that was a lot of work to kind of get nothing, but you know, we still have a path forward, so it's okay. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm gonna go to bed before I think about bad things. Okay, bye.
Okay, so I took the resistor out and you can see the plug there, and we jumped the plug with the, I don't know, the way that a guy on YouTube said we could do it. And if the resistor was the problem, then we should have heard the fans when it turned on. We did not hear the fans, which means that presumably it is the fuses. So we're gonna test the fuses, and if it's not the fuses, then I'm gonna have to rewire the entire car. So, yup.
Okay, the fuse works. So now we're going to check the relay. And if it's not the relay, then I'm genuinely running out of ideas. Okay, so we tested the relay, and the relay also was fine, or at least like we swapped out the relays and still had no effect. But then I took a closer look at the paper clip that we were using before to jump it, and wouldn't you know it, the woke mob put plastic bits on this paper clip, which I don't know if you can see it with the camera in the way that it tries to focus on it. Probably not, but you can kind of see the left side is a little bit bigger than the right side. Here, maybe I'll zoom it in digitally and then be better. So yeah, there's a plastic cover around this paperclip. So when we took the plastic cover off the ends of the paperclip and then jumped it that way, then the blower finally worked. Who would have thought? That's crazy. So what this means is that resistor was actually the problem, and yeah, so I didn't need to disassemble my entire car. However, the blower was making noise before, so I still would have had to replace it anyways because it was making weird noises, and it might have, the weird noises it was making might have caused this new resistor to blow out prematurely. So I don't know. We're gonna go see if we can find a new resistor online and order that and be back in a few days. But yeah, that's make sure you check your conductive paper clips for non-conductive material around them. So that's pretty funny, I think. Okay, bye everybody. We have disassembled the heatsink, or not the heatsink, the resistor. Yeah, on the resistor there's a fuse, which is right here, and we tried with the multimeter to see if there's connectivity there, and there wasn't, so probably the fuse is blown. And since we want to avoid ordering another resistor for $100, we might just try first shorting this and seeing if the resistor works, and if so, then just buying a new fuse and resoldering a fuse, because you can do that. So yeah. Yeah, I just ran up the stairs. Okay. Okay, we have assembled the resistor back together again, and to review, we are trying to short this little dimple and this little dimple because that's the other side of the fuse, and then hopefully it'll work. You know, yippee-ki-yay.
Okay, so a little bit of a reenactment here. So yeah, we just jumped it and we got the fan working. So I literally we turned everything on and then I touched these two together. Kind of like I'm doing right now, which is, like I said, the back of this is like the solder balls on the other side of the board where the fuse is connected. And as soon as I did that, it connected, and not only did it connect and the fans turned on, but we could modulate the fan control. So that means the resistor's working, but specifically the fuse of the resistor is blown. So the entire cause of all these issues is because of the little tiny resistor that I showed previously on this specific part, which is some pretty cool debugging, honestly, on our part. I think that's to get to that level. But like I said, it's still good that we replaced the blower motor because it was making noise anyways, and I would have had to do that at some point, and this probably just forced me into doing that. So, you know, not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, so now we're going to see if we can, I guess, buy a fuse of similar quality and put that on there and solder it in and see if we fixed it. That's pretty neat. Yippee. Goodbye, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
Okie dokie. So I have ordered a new fuse for the for the blower resistor, which goes down there but currently is inside. But while I'm waiting for the new fuse, I'm going to see if I can install the amplifier that I bought for the sound system, because I installed new speakers a bit ago, but I did not install an amp because I thought I could get away with it. But here we are, and the speakers kind of sound bad, so I need to install an amplifier for it. So as you can see, I've disassembled the dash and taken the factory radio out. Excuse me.
Hi, I'm the gardener.
He's the gardener. And this is what the factory radio looks like. And you might notice that on the back side of the factory radio, there are very ugly OEM connectors that don't mean anything to the normal person, except for somebody who has the Mazda spec sheet. However, normally what you do in this scenario is you get something called a T-harness. It's basically like a pre-made thing that like wires everything out, or that splits all the wires for you and like gives you the actual speaker outputs that I need to connect to the amp. But they don't have that for the Mazda, or for this year of the Mazda, whatever, at Crutchfield. So I have to make my own and stuff. But yeah, so I got my wire, I got my amp, and so I need to make these little thingies go into here, and then I need to make these things come out of here and go back into it's like a whole thing. It's kind of gross. Anyway, The first thing you do is take this chair out. So, yeah, I'm gonna mount the camera. It's crazy. First time. I got the little thing on it, so I can set it here, and then. Okay. Now, taking the things out is the easy part. The hard part is taking the wire off the bottom of the chair, but we're about to get to that, so just give me a second. Bolts. Woo! I was behind the camera the whole time. Okay, so now I got the chair off, but I gotta take this connector thingy off. And it's not exactly intuitive, so I might have to look up a video or something, or I don't know, I'll look at it more. Give me a second. Okay, I got it off. I don't remember how. And this little black thing's kind of stuck now, so that's kind of weird. That's what it looks like when it's off, for reference. I think it was something with this little thing. I think I pushed it this way, and then I just pulled on this. I just pulled that out. So if anybody's wondering, I think I kind of instantly forgot after I did, so, you know. Ow. Oh, put a giant, well, that's, alright, I just scratched that, that's fine. Oh, I have to disconnect the seatbelt? Uh-oh. No, I totally is it. Let's hope it's a 14. It is. Oh, well, definitely didn't just scratch that. Okay, so. Huh. So if I want to put my amp somewhere, preferably that's gonna go like. Can I actually put that where I think I can put it? Why is there a vent there? Alright, might be kind of stupid. There's plenty of clearance under the seat, so I could just put it like this way. So, observe. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it there. Okay, before I start trying to figure out how I'm gonna run wires and where I'm gonna run wires and start actually running wires, I want to clean some of this up because it looks kind of nasty since I have it all exposed, and the wires might get in the way of cleaning that up in the future. So I'm gonna do a little vacuum in here. I'll be back. You're never gonna believe this. Oh, I found a free dime. Oh, look at the dime. I have to get so close to the camera. Oh yes, look at the pretty dime. I've made money off my car. Yippee. Okay, so the next part in installing the amp, actually, usually once you figure out where you want it, you gotta like get the power running to it from the battery, right? So the way you traditionally do that is you find where other wires are going in, and then put the big fat red wire through there to power the amp. I guess also the ground. I'll figure that out. Yeah. So I'm not seeing anything obvious. I'm gonna look under the where I took the brake pedal out, so the driver's side. I don't know. I'll be back. So I'm not able to see like an easy existing grommet or area where I can put a wire, which means I'm probably going to have to drill a hole, and I'm going to end my life, because that means I'm going to have to get like a special grommet thing or something to like make so the hole doesn't get water through it and stuff. Oh my goodness, I could actually probably run a wire like right. Oh, well, hold up, that exists. Oh, that is a big grommet, but it's got, oh no, it's like a tube of, okay, no, that doesn't work, I don't think. Promising though. Hold on, let me look a little bit. So there's nothing like in like here. Okay, I'll be back. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't see anything obvious, so I'll revisit this later. But the good news is that my Amazon package came with my fuse, so I'm going to try resoldering the fuse thingy. I don't know why I'm pointing the flashlight at the engine bay. I smell the solder, or the soldering iron, as it were. Oop, there we go. I got thermal paste that I'll use to replace that. So this is what the piece looks like. And you see the back side of it has got the thermal paste, and you see this is and the screw and the thingies. This is the fuse I'm going to replace. So I want to melt those soldering balls and pull it out. I think. Oh wait, no, or on the bottom too. Actually, maybe just the bottom. Actually, I think I'm doing it from this. I don't know. We'll do it from both sides. What's the worst that could happen? I think I should be able to just kind of do this. Very engaging content. Oh, it melted. Oh, it melted. It melted. Hold up. I don't have a way of like pulling it up though. I might have not thought this through properly. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like pull up like that. And then I'm gonna try to melt this. This is a very scientific method. Okay, per usual, I got it when I wasn't recording, but I got that end off, which I think you can see kind of. So maybe, but yeah. So now I need to get the other end off. So I'll do the same thing I did last time. So I'm gonna start with getting this side. I'm just gonna push down with the thingy, basically on the little divot that's sticking out, and then that'll eventually pop through. Hold it there long enough. Yep. Oh, that's way easy. Why did that happen last time? Okay, well, it's off now. Okay, so we're gonna... Where's my new fuse? This is my new fuse. And because I'm paranoid, I'm gonna once again test the continuity of it. And now you might be wondering, when we're soldering, the solder itself is hot, and this is a thermal fuse. So if this fuse gets to 125 degrees Celsius, it pops. So when I'm soldering it, is it going to get to 125 degrees Celsius and then pop and then, like, you know, kind of defeat the purpose of soldering it on in the first place? Maybe. We're going to find out. So that's why I want to make sure it has continuity right now, so that if I check it later and it doesn't, then I know the fuse popped. Okay, yep, it does right now. I can tell because it has an impedance. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to try to put basically some globs of solder there, and then I'm going to try to melt the globs once the there we go. Once I actually have the, I'm going to put some, basically I'm going to put some balls of solder there, and then I'm going to try to melt them as I put the legs of the thing in to try to avoid breaking the fuse. I have extras, so this will be my first attempt. That's a nice glob. I'm going to put a little more over here, actually. Ooh, that's a nice one. I'm just going to keep going back and forth until I like what I see. Oh, yep, those are both nice. Look at those pretty little balls of solder. All right, then I'm going to try to dip the thing in basically as I melt it. Wow, that's it. It's taking a lot to melt. Ah, okay, this is not... It's not really working. Okay, the bad news is I kind of suck at soldering. The good news is these are more resistant to the soldering thermal problem than I kind of expected they to be. So I haven't actually blown this yet. So that's a good sign that I can keep messing around with it. Okay, we're going to try the ball method again. Also, it's getting darker if you can't tell. I'm going to die. FNAF Freddy, Golden Bear Freddy, is going to kill me. Believe in the Hail Mary. But not like the Catholic thing, like the movie. Oh, no, what? Oh, what? I totally had it. What? What? Damn. Alright. It just gotten a lot darker. Okay, I need to hold like this here while... I need a third hand. Hold up. Okay, so I ended up using my little sister to hold the thing in place while I soldered it, which I don't think it's gonna focus that close. But if I guess I'll digitally crop it and maybe get a better picture of it or something. But got some very ugly solder balls on there because I wasn't able to push the legs all the way through and do it properly. But I'm pretty sure I have connectivity, and this shouldn't really move at all or be moved at all. So I feel like it'll be fine. So, and I did check to see that we didn't blow the fuse with the soldering yet. So this should be working. And I had to bend the little metal piece that connects from the bottom of the chip to the thingy. To transfer the heat so that it's like touching properly, because it's not quite the same height as before, but that should be good. And then I bought some thermal paste, so I'll glob a bit on the top there before I put it back in the thingy. This is gonna go like right there, and so I gotta put some, actually I guess I'll put the thermal paste like right there. So yeah, pretty cool. And then I'll plug it in, I guess, and see what happens. Okay, update. This little thing here, this little part, or how I want to say this. The fuse thing there, the barrel thing, right, is supposed to go, when you tip it over like that, that goes right here, right? Except this fuse, the barrel is slightly larger diameter than the other fuse, so it doesn't fit quite right here. So once again, geometry is my greatest enemy. And I think maybe I have to look at how this mounts to the thing, but I'm gonna try to widen this somehow, I guess. That kind of sucks though, I'm not gonna lie. This sucks actually. So yeah, I'll be back. That'll be trades. Oh, did I leave this recorded? Oh my goodness, I left this recorded. Is this the best way to do this? What if I did this? No. Ooh, new hidden imaginary technique. Nope. What is the best way to remove this material? Probably explosives. Okay, maybe I'll try my razor blade again. I'm gonna go get my razor blade, but not in like a sad way. Okay, well, the air tastes like metal now, but I've drilled out this part here a bit more. I don't know if you can see it on the video, the angle of the light there, right? Yeah. Okay, I got it back on the thing now. Kind of huge. So now I'm just gonna put the cover back on, which should be fairly straightforward. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this off screen. Bye. Look at that, I got it on. Look at it. You can barely tell I messed with it. I mean, you really can't actually, unless you take the thing off. So that's kind of huge. Let's see if it works. Okay, I'm gonna plug the thingy back in. This way. For testing purposes. Good, that's in. Yep, see, very good. I'm going to talk to the power. I can't pay electric bill. Okay, let's see if anything's smoking. Nothing is smoking. This is very good. Okay, okay. Let's just press this. Let me get my key. Let's go inside and get the key. Get the key. Oh, don't show the key on the camera though. I'm not stupid. Here it is though. So, if I'm correct, then we replace the fuse and the blower should work basically when I turn this on. Woo! They're working. Okay, let me see if I can adjust the controller kind of and dig it out, but uh-oh. We have one. Oh no. Oh hell no. I think we got one speed. Yeah, see, I'm changing the thing and it's not changing the speed. Might have broken the resistor when I was soldering it. I think that's what I mean, I have fans. I just can't turn them off, I'm guessing. Yeah, no. I'm surprised that it doesn't sound quite like Max though. Okay, I don't know, chat. I'm gonna. Oh my. I might have to just order a new resistor at this point. You know, I tried though. So I am back to working on the I'm back to working on the amplifier, and I think I'm gonna go in here with a I got a thingy. Where is it? I got these bad boys, which you could use to you make a hole and then you put this around the hole and then it's watertight, so you can put a wire through and not worry about after effects of that. So I'm going to put basically where the light is right now. I'm gonna, or like right there, I'm gonna put the thingy through, or make a hole, drill a hole, and it's gonna come out through this thing. Like, you notice there's this squishy thing in front of it, so it's gonna come through the metal here. I'm just gonna have to put a hole into the squishy thing, which I'm assuming, I don't know if this is like a heat shield or what. Hopefully a tiny hole and it won't make a difference. And hopefully it's not that much of a heat shield because I'm gonna have a plastic thing in it, so you know. But it probably is a heat shield. I don't know. We're gonna find out. So on the other side, what this looks like is I'm going through like right here on this side. And there is this wire that's kind of in the way, but more importantly, the HVAC thing was in the way, so I had to take that out again after putting it back after putting the blower in, so that's kind of annoying. And when you look at that, it collected another leaf despite this car not moving at all. So I guess there was another one in the vent somewhere since I tested the HVAC, but that's pretty funny. It's a leaf generator. It just keeps like infinite money glitch. I have drilled my pilot hole, which you can see by all the fabric that I broke around it. And now I'm going to try using the Christmas tree of pokiness to make my half-inch hole for my thingy. Update on the hole. Progress is coming along very well. You can see that the black thing, that's the hole. A little fun fact though is it's getting very hot, and you'll notice there's all this like cloth stuff around it. It's very dry. Yeah, so I got a cup of water, you know, just in case. But hopefully it smells like something's burning, but I don't see anything actively on fire, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to pull a Ford Bronco Connor last name redacted moment here, but yeah, I think it was a Ford Bronco. Anyways, goodbye. Chat, the hole is completed. It looks about the same as I showed you last time, but now it's like the proper diameter. I go on the other side. Yeah, there you go, that thing. That's the hole, that's the one. Wow, that's crazy. So now I'm gonna have to see if I can put this bad boy through it as the grommet, basically, for the wire. And then, you know, I'm gonna wait for it to cool down a little bit though, because I don't want to melt the plastic. Okay, well, I have some bad news. My hole in that I made in the car is the correct, diameter, right, to fit this. However, this side here is the side that goes into the car, right? And I guess I must have drilled through a thicker part of the firewall, because that thickness is basically the thickness of the firewall there, which is a problem because the firewall is supposed to be like, you know, half of this thickness or something, and you're supposed to screw on this locking nut, right? Which obviously I cannot do if the firewall takes up the entirety of this thickness. There's no threads left. So, and this locking thing here is like part of, maybe it might be hard to tell on camera, but this is like fused to the thing. So I can't just like move that down, and the threads on the left are bigger than the threads on the right, if you can't tell. So I need to order a new one, I think. I can still put the wire through there for now, I guess, for prototyping purposes, but for sure before I drive it, I need to actually have a proper grommet. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, interesting. All right, well, I have not attached this to any power source yet, obviously, but just to see how things would work, you can see the cables feeding into the car through the hole I made. And then if I go around here, you'll see that it comes out right there, and then goes down under this thing, comes along kind of along the edge here, goes under the mat here, and then comes out again. And I tested if I put the clip back here that's supposed to go here, it's still kind of just squishes a bit, but I think it's fine. The only concern here is, since we have this high power cable, I'm pretty sure these cables somewhere in here are some sort of door speakers. So I don't want to put the door cable or the power cable right next to the speakers, because that might cause interference. I might just look up if I can wrap this in like aluminum foil or something, or just put some sort of thing in the middle there, because this is by far the most convenient place to put the wire. So it'd be nice if I could just put some sort of insulator there and not have to worry about the noise problem. Or I could just try it. Actually, I might just try it like that and see if there's any obvious noise. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, but I'm thinking I might be done for tonight, and I'm gonna go order that new grommet. So goodbye, everybody. My name is Markiplier. I am going to do the wiring on the speaker cords, the small ones right there. Observe. Some of you might be wondering how I know what I'm doing. Well, the answer is I don't, but I did call Crutchfield, and they gave me this nice list that I'll put a better graphic on the actual screen, but basically it tells me that the red wire is the left front speaker, the white wire is also the left front speaker, but the negative. The gray wire is the right front speaker. The yellow wire is the right front speaker. The violet wire is the left rear speaker. The pink wire is the left rear speaker. The white and red wire is the rear. And by that, I mean, actually, it's more obvious than I thought. If you look at this pin here, it's all the ones on the left, which I'll do a freeze frame and then put an arrow animation or something, or arrow animation. But you can see the red, white, gray, yellow, violet, pink, red, white, black, white going down this left side. So pretty cool. Thanks, Kanye. Okay, so to give a little update here, I've gotten pretty good on the wiring so far. Little funny thing I ran into is I only have so many colors, so I have to reuse red for the pink one. So just a mental note to myself: the red one with the blue piece of tape on it is the pink one actually. This red one is the real Slim Shady per se. So very cool. Thanks, Kanye. Update: I have the first set of 8 done, so now I might try playing around with how I'm going to connect them to here before I do the other 8, just to make sure that I can know how to do that. Yeah.
Oh, I have a heat gun the connectors, so now they are smaller and tighter. All around, yeah,
Wondering how much solace I can stand.
I want to come home. Hello, Douglas. So, I have like most of the hard wiring done, or hard wiring, the difficult wiring done. That's pretty, it's pretty cool. Actually, I'm very happy with this. This is like really cool. I'm like straight up electrical engineering right now. So to review here, and so I have yet to do the actual power cords. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed pretty soon here. But to review, we have this is the thing that goes into the actual stereo, and then all these colorful wires here are what normally would come out of the stereo to go to the speakers, and I have intercepted those and taken those down along here, which you can see a lot of them coming through here, and then down over here, and then into my amp, and the appropriate inputs, and then I added all the thingies and stuff. Yeah, and then that gets amplified in the amp, and that comes back out here in these thicker wires, which actually are these thicker wires then go back up here, and you can see them here, and it's nicer just to differentiate them, but then they go right back into these colored wires, so there's not really a point in them being thicker other than just me being able to tell the difference. So, and it might actually be worse, but you know, it looks cool, I guess. But then they go back into the speaker wires and then go throughout the entire car. So the only thing I have to do here to like test this properly is get the actual power in, which I already have the hole for, like I did before. So I already have the cable here. I just need to plug it in and plug it into the battery. And then get the ground somewhere. So I'm thinking probably I might try to put it here, because that's connected to the chassis, I believe. You just need to have something connected to the chassis. Yeah, so this is coming along swimmingly. I'm very happy about this. This is Mega PogChamp for real, on God. Cooking. I need to get a new SD card because I'm running out of space. I have 20 seconds left. 19. 8. I'm not going to risk a corrupted file. Okay, so slight update. Since last time I put some wrapping around just kind of the I don't know, where the 2 wires come together, because there was some copper sticking out that I was kind of paranoid about. And then
And then I also connected the ground wire here now, so you can see that the big fat black wire coming out here, going to this bolt, where it is screwed under this bolt to the chassis. And this is kind of rusty, but underneath the bolt's not rusty, so I think it should be a pretty good connection. I'm pretty happy about that. And then I think I'll just hide it under the center console. This will probably get a little squished, but yeah, it's fine. So the only thing I really got left to do here is I'm going to reassemble the dash a bit so I can put the radio back in and make sure all these wires fit. And then connect all this up. And then once that's connected, I probably have to connect the aux cord stuff down here back up. And once all that's connected back up, I'm going to put figure out how I'm doing the power cord and then connect that up. So chilling.
Okay, so I reassembled part of the dash here because I'm awesome. And then I also sort of half put the aux port stuff back so I can test the musical capabilities of the sound system. And then I'm currently in the process of kind of guesstimating how much of this red cord I need. So if we make our way over to the engine bay here, you can see that I got the wrap around the cord. I don't know if you can see that. The wrap around the cord right there. And then that's going right here. I think I'm gonna mount the fuse right here. I don't know where I put the fuse, but I'm gonna mount it right there. And then, so I gotta like cut this wrapper thing that goes around the thing to get the right length for that. And then, yeah. So anyways, I started Wonderwall. Hello, Douglas. I went to bed, but now I'm back. I can't mount it here actually, so I'm gonna mount it like here, which is kind of janky, like on the right next to right there. Yeah, but I'm not gonna mount it yet. I'm just gonna test it, so I'll be back. Okay, so I have the power connected here, which goes to the fuse, which is currently not in, so there's no connection yet. And then I have the power going to the car, and then coming around to here and going into the dinghy. I'm going to try putting the fuse in and see if anything starts smoking. And I'm going to just kind of tap it in there basically to start. Hold up, I'm gonna use the pliers. There we go. Observe. The uber instincts of my uber autism. Observe. Oh, scary. Okay, nothing is in flames yet. Okay, that's a good sign. I feel like I didn't hear anything pop, and I feel like nothing's smoking. So that is a good sign. So I think I'm gonna actually just try screwing it in then, because nothing's smoking over here. That smells burnt. All right, I don't think I'm messing them that horribly. Cool. Okay, so I've got disconnected now, totally. And I have to connect the battery still, but I kind of think if this was going to burst into flames, it probably would have done so already. So now I'm just going to turn it on and see if I get. I haven't adjusted the gains or anything, but I'm going to see if I get sound through all the speakers. It doesn't sound like terribly like crackly or something, or like noisy. Okay, goodbye. Okay, we've got battery connected, as you can see. I'm going to turn on the accessories. Oh wait. Oh no, yeah. Turn on the accessories. Nope, got the lower motor. Okay. Don't hear any crackling or popping, which is good. I don't smell anything on fire. This is very good so far. Okay, look at that. Okay. Getting a whole lot of making nothing. This is on aux, right? Yeah. Huh. I mean, it's possible the gain is just so low, but I mean, I would assume I get something even if the gain is at 0. Oh wait, I'm on the radio. Oh wait, I'm on the radio? Oh wait, I'm on the radio. I might be freaking stupid. Oh! Oh! I have music in my car from my amplifier. Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! I gotta. Okay, this is coming to that speaker. It's coming to that speaker. It's coming to that speaker. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, shit! It is coming. Oh! It is working like perfectly. Holy shit!
Shout out to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, well that's really cool. So now I'm gonna adjust the gains. Okay, goodbye everybody. So I forget the exact way you calculate the magic number, but the way that the Crutchfield video said to calibrate your amp is that you connect a multimeter to the output. You disconnect the speakers, connect the multimeter to the output instead, and then play a 1 kilohertz test tone, which I'm doing. And then you want to, for me the magic number is 17.88. So I want to adjust this and why don't it just go down? All right, I want to adjust this until I get 17.88 volts. And wow, that is, oh, it's like a really weak connection. Okay, that is touchy. All right, and apparently not move my multimeter. There we go. All right, 17.5, 17.6. Cool, good for me. Now do the other one. Wow, that is a lot. So it's a lot less on the back, which I think kind of makes sense because the back is quieter. I don't see any reason though, because it should be the same kind of wires and I have the same speakers back there. So I'm gonna turn it up to 17.88. Oop, bit high. $17.5. Cool. All right. So now I just gotta put the wires back in and see how it sounds. Okay, this is testing it again with adjusted gains. Alright, so now that I got my sound system working, which is very huge, I can actually start the buttoning up phase. And what's even huger than that is that my longer grommet things that I ordered that were supposed to come here on Sunday came here today, which is huge, so I can actually button up almost everything today. With the exception of the resistor for the blower motor that I still need to change out, but that's like 2 panels. So this is absolutely incredible. I'm gonna morb, so I'm gonna start that phase. I think I'm gonna start with the smaller wires over here and bundling those together and figuring out how I want them, because that's easier than I guess the red wire that I have to cut more. I guess I don't know. All right, so before I put the center console on, I want to show you this because I think it's funny. So we got nice wire, nice wire, nice wire, nice wire, pretty nice wire, 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 nice wire. So aside from the in the middle, it's like, it's, you know, it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. I still need to get the red one and the black one, but you know, all of these ones bunched together nicely, so yeah. Okay, so I think this is the final setup. So let's start with the power source here. Yeah, take the battery cover off. We got the power cable, which goes to the fuse that's kind of right here, that's kind of jankily zip tied onto this, and then the power cord runs kind of behind the ECU, and then back along this wall here, it's this cord with the wrap around it, and then it goes through the firewall with the grommet that I installed, and then comes down through the back, in the back there, and then goes behind this kind of carpet thing, and then goes along this side here, along the, you can kind of see it poking through there, the bottom, and then comes out a little hole I poked in the carpet, which looks real nice, I think. Goes into there, or into the amp, and you can see that. Oh, yep, and you can see that the power's on, yeah. And then I need to do the ground actually yet. Forgot about that. It's connected, but I need to put it down. But then you see all the wires coming out of it. So yeah, and you can hear the music coming out. So pretty huge, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, 2 things. First of all, look at how beautiful that looks now that I got all this stuff into place. Like, man, like aside from this thing flopping around because that connects to the seat, like look at that. We got the ground wire, we got the power wire. Look at all these wires that come out, but they all go like the same place and they're all like tucked together. Like that looks pretty good. And the seat's gonna cover all of this. I'm a little worried about the clearance here, but I'm pretty sure I should be fine because I think the feet just goes here. So this is yeah. And then also when I turned on the car last, the blower motor wasn't on at all. Which, if you remember before, the blower motor was on but not having any speed control, which meant the resistor somehow burned out again. So now it's not on at all. And before I button everything up, I just want to verify that it's still the resistor being weird. So I'm going to just short the resistor and see if I get the blower motor. And then if so, I'm going to order a new resistor. So I'm going to do that real quick.
Alright, so this time I jumped the cable without a paper clip. I used just like a little piece of 14 gauge wire because I'm going to do this by myself and I want to make sure it has enough, well, it's not going to like explode. So I'm going to put the GoPro there. You'll be the first to see if it blows up. Okay, I'm now going to try to jump the fuse. So I turn on the stuff. And I got the paperclip back again. So it is the fuse again. That's crazy. What? So hold up. That's ridiculous. So what if I turn it to a different speed? Let's go max. Is it still one speed? Yeah, it's still one speed. So the fuse is blown and it's one speed. I don't get it. Okay, I'm ordering a new resistor.
Oh, I'm gonna try to put this stuff back to the glove box and stuff, which might be a bit of a pain because I don't remember how it goes. So we'll see. Okay, so I forget if I showed this before, but as I was taking stuff out, I would like actually, you know, make baggies for like for the screws and stuff and put them and label and record them, right? And I remember the last baggie I made, I did not label because I'm like, well, it's the last thing, you know, I'll know that the one without the label is or the blank label, I'll know what that is. I have since completely forgotten what the last thing I took out was. I think it actually was this glove box because there's 5 screws in there. And there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm pretty sure that's what this is, but I do find it funny that I completely forgot, and I was like very confident at the time that, oh, of course I know what that is. I have no idea what blue stripe means anymore, but I'm pretty sure it's a glove box. All right, that actually worked pretty well. So now I'm gonna do the center console stuff. Yeah. Okay, so I got all the passenger stuff assembled, and then I started working on the console, but then I realized that I want to keep the little center thing loose. Because I need to put the kick things in here yet and stuff and other stuff that needs this to be loose. So in other words, I need to do the driver's side stuff now, which means I have to do the dreaded parking or the brake pedal again. Once I get the brake pedal in, I think it's very smooth sailing from there on out. This is the major variable that took me like, you know, probably 10 hours to get out total. So hopefully putting it in is a lot easier now that I know how I took it out. So yeah, but either way, I'm just gonna do a little. Dear Lord, please let please bless this operation and let the repair go quickly. Amen. Okay, so good news. We don't have the entire brake pedal on yet, or like fully on, I should say, obviously, because you can see the brake sensor right there. But the hardest part, at least for me, is done, which is where you have to get it over the little freaking stupid clip thingy. And if you remember, we had to do the opposite of what we did last time. So you have to push the the plunger thingy in, and then like kind of, I don't know, move the thing onto it, kind of like angled, like if like this is the wall of the thing, you gotta angle it like this. So you gotta like push the thing and then kind of go like onto it, because you gotta like slide down onto the thing. I don't know. I'm just happy I got here. Shout out to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Now I know all you doubters, all you haters, you saw me praying to the Lord and you had your doubts. You thought he would not deliver, but I tell you, he did deliver. I got the brake on, I got the gas pedal on, all the things are connected. I got it over that stupid lip thing. I think I already said that. I got the bolts on. Oh my gosh, I got the brake sensor on. I don't think anything's broken. I'm so happy right now. I'm pretty sure I can drive this car as it is right now. That's kind of crazy. Shout out to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, and God the Father. They'll get them all three in there. Oh yeah. This is huge news for me. I'm putting this plate back, otherwise known as the stupid chud plate. Who am I? Ladies and gentlemen, it is finished. Look at how clean this stuff is. Oh my gosh. I got the WeatherTech floor mats back in. I don't have this back part in yet because I need to put the resistor in, but I got the entire dash put back together. I got the steering wheel stuff, all the brake stuff is back. Oh my gosh, the center thing's back, that's back. I'm so back. I'm thinking I'm back, bro. This is insane. Look at how clean this looks. Look at how clean this looks. Don't look at the top of the car, but look at how clean this looks. This is insane. Hope there's a dust thing. Kill yourself. That's crazy. Wow. I'm so happy with myself. Okay, so conclusion is I now have an amp, which by the way, can you tell I have an amp? Because I can't. But look at this. It's right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. It's right there. It's like under the, it's right there. But you know, as long as you don't, I mean, it's mostly out of kicking range. You put your feet here, so unless you like really, you know, you'll be fine. So that's pretty awesome. Wow, and dude, all the wires hidden behind here perfectly too. Like there's nothing. Like, dude, I don't think you can see that, but it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. All right, so now I just gotta get the blower resistor. And we'll be cooking with gas. And then I also do brakes and stuff, but I don't know, that'll be a later time, so. Yeah, I'm gonna morb. Okay, so you remember how I said before that the brake was sticking? So we got the amp in and everything, and we got the blower and everything done now, and we're waiting on the resistor. So in the meantime, I am going to see if I can get the brake to work. So we've already kind of diagnosed the problem, so I've skipped a few of the steps here, but as you can see, the wheel is off, and in fact, even the brake caliper is off. And when we were taking the brake caliper off, the slide pins, which go, hold this at the same time, which go here, and then there's one here at the bottom, which go in there, were very hard to get out. So we're thinking that the slide pins were the things that were causing the brake to stick, and we've replaced those, or we ordered new ones to replace the old ones. And as further evidence for why that is probably the problem, if I go on the ground here, you can see that the one on the left is the old slide pin, and the one on the right is the new slide pin. You can see the left slide pin is very rusted to the point where probably it is sticking a bit, or a lot actually. And so we're going to put some new brake grease on the new pin, and then we're going to put the new pin into the brake caliper, and then we put the brake caliper back on. And actually, I probably got to put some brake cleaner on the disc. But I'm going to put the brake caliper back on then. With the new things. Well, actually, you know, should I do that now? Probably. And then see if it works, which would be really cool, so I could drive my car, like, finally, like, for real. Yippee. It has been too long. Okay, I got the brake cleaner, and you gotta be careful with this stuff because it's meant to take all the meant to clean all any grease you accidentally got on the rotor, the disc here, and it'll mess you up if it gets on you. So don't breathe it, don't touch it, don't drink it, don't eat it, don't even look at it too long. It'll mess you up. So you know, but we're gonna put it on my car because my car can take it. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was kind of lame. Better. Oh, nice. Yeah, that should be good. Very nice, very nice. Epic gamer moment of history. Oh, it is dripping. Look at. Oh, it smells. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh my goodness. I'm going to need to get my gas mask from Soviet Russia. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have lubed up on my pins. They're all shiny and greasy, and now I'm going to put the caliper and the brake pads and everything back into position, and then put the pins in. Yes, now this is done drying. Yes. Kaboom, kaplow. I don't have the pins in yet, but I got the thing on. Yippee. Okay, so this kind of sucks. So I put the top pin in, and that was all fine. And then I put the bottom pin in, and that was all fine. And I was, like, you know, I was, tightening it. And I was just tightening it, like, really till, like, with my hand until it was, like, you know, really just starting to get anywhere near difficult. And then I stopped because I know the torque rating is 20 pound-feet or something, which shouldn't be that much. But then as I was torquing it with the torque wrench to 20 pound-feet, it got real easy all of a sudden. As you can tell right now, it's not getting any tighter, which means I stripped it. I don't know how that, like, what? I barely put any force on it at all. All right, I guess I'm just too strong and too goated, so I need to use, luckily I ordered like a lot, so I'll just get another one, but that's kind of stupid. And I'm hoping to strip the threads on the inside or something. Like, this is like, huh? But yeah, anyways, so I'm going to get the other one, I guess, and probably talk to my dad.
All right, I got some abysmal news. So I talked to my dad, and as it turns out, when he was taking this off originally, because he helped me with it earlier, the bottom one, which is this one, came off very easy opposed to this one, which did not come off easy. And his theory was that, his theory is that it might not be that this is stripped, or that the tip of this is stripped, but rather where it goes in the brake caliper is stripped, which kind of sucks because that means I have to get a new brake caliper. And if his theory is correct, then I would see no squishing or mashing or whatever of the threads on here, and I would, and they would look basically the same as they do on here. So you can see on the for sure good one. Actually, I don't know if you can see, but the threads look good. There's no mashing. I don't know what it's focusing on, but you know, I don't know. It looks pretty good. Anyways, if you notice on the one that is allegedly bad, it looks about the same. There's no obvious mashing of the threads. None of them are cross-threaded over each other or anything. So, yeah, what this means is that I have to buy new brake calipers. And guess what? The new brake calipers come with new pins, so I didn't have to buy any of my pins, although the pins were like very cheap, but still. So, anyway, so I was looking forward to driving my car tonight, but that's not going to happen because I need new brake calipers. I'm gonna, so you know, I'll be back.
Okay, so I have got my new brake calipers for my wheels. Very nice. So you can see the old one is on there, right? And the new one comes in a kit because there are a few things to do for it. You can see it is in this plastic wrapping, which I will now take off. Give me a second. Okay, so you can see the shiny new brake caliper. I don't know if this is for the front left or the front right. I got two of them, so if it's not this one, it's the other one. I should probably figure that out before I try putting it on. But then also what came with it are these parts, which you can hopefully see good enough. So there's the little pin thing, which replaces this pin thing. This is the old one, and then you can see there's a new one in there. And then also there's this nut thingy, which is called it's either the banjo nut or the bongo nut, I forget. But anyways, that's what connects the brake line to the caliper. You screw the nut on, and then it makes a nice connection. Then it has these like copper things just that squish and make sure it's like watertight or airtight or whatever. So yeah, very good. So I think the first thing is I'm going to crack the bongo nut on there, on the old brake caliper, as it's like while it's still kind of mounted. And then one of the videos I watched, he like crimped the brake line before he took the old brake caliper off and then put the new brake caliper on and then uncrimped it. But I think I recommended not doing that because it might damage the line, and just do it basically quickly before a bunch of stuff leaks out. So I think I'm just going to do the quick method, and that sounds easier anyways because I don't have a proper hose clamp tool or whatever. So, yep, I'm going to try that. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so update. I watched 2.5 videos before this on how to do brakes, and of course my car has a different thing than all the videos said. So, if you'll notice, my hose just goes directly into the brake caliper, and it has, I think it's a it has a male end that goes into the female end of the caliper and then screws in. So like the hose itself has this little adapter thing on it that screws into the brake caliper. That's not usually how it works. Normally you have this extra bolt thing that I have in my kit. You have this extra bolt thing, this thing that you use with some other kind of mount to put the hose in, but that's not how mine works. So I think I just unscrew that basically, somehow. Unclear. Should probably try to find a video on it, and then quickly screw it into the new one. So yeah, not very happy about that. Let me see if I can find a video on it, but yeah, it's not what I expected. So you know, cool. I'm doing this the hard way. Okay, so per my dad's advice, I'm going to PB blast through this a little bit, and then I think do all the other stuff so that I do the transfer thing like I was saying before, where I put the new one on here. And then take the hose off and put it on the other one quickly. So, yeah. Okay, so the old caliper is off. I have one of the brake pads here, and then I have the one with the little springy in the back, springed into the piston on the new brake thingy. And I'm going to put the new brake thingy on here, and then I'm going to transfer the hose, which is here. So, yes.
Actually, I'm stupid. I forgot that I gotta take this mount thing off because that's part of the caliper. Or it's like a tooth thing. That's like what this is. So yeah, I'm gonna do that first. Oops. Okay, so I got the new thingy on there. Look at how shiny and good it is. I got the pad back and where it was, and now I can put the actual caliper on. So I will be back.
Okay, I don't know how well you can see things. Maybe okay, I don't know. I think that's be fine. Okay, I'm going to put the slide pins in. So this is very loose right now, so I'm going to try not to drop it on myself. And there we go, there's one of the slide pins. Oh yes, oh Gordon, very nice, very nice. Oh, lovely. No stripping happening here, no. All the clothes are staying on. Yes, just like Jesus intended. Okay, now we pull here. And we try to find that thingy. Really? Should be pretty straightforward, I think.
Go in the freaking hole, you stupid piece of shit. That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna untighten the other one, I think.
Yeah, do the top one first.
Or loosen it or something.
Oh, there we go. That's in the hole. I think. If it's not, oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, it definitely was. No, it is. It is. Yeah. Or no? What the fuck? Really? Really? What the fuck? Oh, that's in the hole. Yep, that's in. Now we got it. Okay, like for real this time. Okay, now these are 20 pound-feet of torque. So I'm going to 20 pound-feet of torque them.
Who up 20 pound feeding the 20 pound feeding the torque right now?
We got 20. There we go, 20. See, it's that easy.
Wow, don't need to strip it like the stupid guy who did this before me, apparently.
Okay. Easy peasy, lemon that has this squeezy.
Okay, now I gotta put this spring thingy on, I think, these holes. So, yeah, I don't really know how. I'm gonna look at the other brake. Okay, well, I got the spring in, so that should just leave the hose thing. However, when I turn this, when I turn this, it makes a sliding noise. I don't know if it's supposed to make this sliding noise or not. I feel like it's not, because I feel like that means something's contacting here. So I'm gonna go ask my dad. Okay, my father has stated that sometimes brakes just do that, and actually, or more specifically, if I can turn it with my hand here, which, if I get a good angle on it, I can, although it's not exactly easy to turn, but anyway, it should be something to do with them, like, seating properly, and hopefully that'll go away when we bleed it / drive it slightly. I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't jump cut to the car on fire. Well, I have abysmal news once again. So if we look at the old brake caliper, you can see that's broken. So that's where the hose used to go. That should have came all the way out, but instead, because it's rusted in like a piece of poo-poo, it broke off. Which actually I think happened with my old Mazda in a similar regard, so I guess that's not surprising. But anyways, that happened, which means now I gotta buy new brake lines. Hopefully AutoZone has that or something, because I don't want to wait another 2 days to drive my freaking car. I just want to drive my car. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna do the other side to this point as well, because it won't hurt. And then probably just mentally prepare to, I think we're gonna just replace the brake lines on both, because why not? Yep, so, you know. One of these days I'm gonna drive my car and it's gonna be really cool. Okay, so you know, in case anybody's wondering if I'm stupid, well, first of all, yes, but second of all, I did actually get this one on no problem. Like, you can see the hose there is actually on correctly. You can also see how tiny the little midsection is on the hose, and how it's pretty obvious how that could very easily rust, which is kind of a stupid design, and I think I understand why the banjo bolt thing is a more common design. So I got this on, I gotta get new brake hoses, and where's the Sisyphus? You know, I just keep rolling the ball up the hill and I just keep falling back down, you know. One of these days I'm gonna drive my car. Okay, so luckily AutoZone had the brake hoses. So we are going to try putting those on now, and I put some PB Blaster on the things to make sure that they come off all nice, and I'm going to try putting these on. Yes.
Hooray. Okay, so pro tip, when you're taking off the brake line, which starts with this thing right there, right? Make sure when you want to crack that one, which is the correct term, yes. When you want to crack that one, make sure you use something like this, so you can get as much, I guess, surface area, or I don't know, much a good of a grip on it as you can as possible. Because I started out with this, and I'm pretty sure I started stripping it, and only because of the grace of God did I actually try this and it worked. So definitely do this first. Don't start with this. Don't be like me. Don't be stupid. Update. So there's these little clamp thingies that I don't exactly know how they even mechanically work, but I guess somehow they just they clamp the hose to like these mounting points, like here and there. And I got the one off of here, as you can see, which is in my hand, and I was trying to take the one off of here, and then in the little clamp thing, you can see there's a little hole in it, and that's where you put like a flathead. And you can see that it kind of came off for the other one. So now most of the metal spring thing, which is like, you know, the leg looking part of it, is still there. And I think I can still get like a needle nose on it. I don't know how well you can see that. I think I can still get a needle nose on it, but to pull it off, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put it back on though, if I'm gonna buy like a freaking new one. I mean, that'd be really easy to put back on. I don't like to completely stop the operation of the vehicle, hopefully, so I can still test drive it today. But that is, I don't know, more stuff breaking. Yay. Yo, I just want to say, all y'all that got dads, you should call or text your dad and tell them you love them, because my dad, I was unable to get this off for the life of me, and I thought I was gonna have to buy a whole new shock or something because it was just like fused to the thing. And then my dad came in with his Gucci vice grip and took it off like relatively quickly. And furthermore told me that you can buy these very cheaply at AutoZone, and like the pretty generic part. So yeah, shout out to my dad. But anyways, I'm gonna take the rest of the old hose off, put the new hose on so it stops leaking, and then run to AutoZone and get some new shiny ones. And I'll probably just get a 25 pack because it's like 10 bucks. So yeah, okay, goodbye. So update, you pull it down like this. I might be retarded. Look at this shiny new brake line that I've installed. Oh, it is shiny. Look, it is literally shining. Oh wow, look at, oh, that's kind of cool actually. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to go to AutoZone and get the these thingies. Okay, goodbye everybody. Okay, so I got the part that should allegedly work. Obviously they're a bit shorter, but I guess it'll work anyways. And you can see that it's just like the same width basically on the inside here. Yeah, it's like basically the same width. So I'm pretty sure it'll work. I mean, it says it worked online. So unless AutoZone lied to me, which is possible, then these should work fine, I guess. I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. All right. Well, I got the clips on and the new holes and everything. So, well, let's just do that. Okay, so you can see the clip is there, and the new clip is on there, on top of that one, and it's below this one, right? So it's kind of, I don't know how well I'm able to show this on camera, but this one's very loose. Like, I can twirl this around. However, it's not coming like off when I try to take it off. And it's, you know, correctly holding this in there. And then similarly, this one's actually pretty tight, so I'm pretty confident about that one. But it's not, you know, sliding out or going or anything. So, I mean, it should work. I guess I'll check on it maybe later, you know, after driving a little bit, make sure nothing crazy happened. But yeah, I think I'm kind of cooking with the gasoline. So now I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, and then I gotta bleed brakes, which I hate. All right, so I cannot get this one off for the life of me. And specifically, remember like when I was talking about last time, I need to make sure you use this kind of thing or whatever, right? Well, I'm using that and it's still not working. And technically this brake line is fine. I was just gonna replace it since I replaced the other one. So I'm just gonna leave it there, even though everything in my engineer brain is screaming if one broke, then the other's probably gonna break. But yeah. Yeah, I can't get, it's like, I don't know if you can see it on camera at all, but it's basically stripped at the bottom. So yeah, it kind of sucks. All right, well, anyways, I'm gonna, I guess, bleed the brakes now after I tighten some stuff up. Yeah, all right.
So you may be wondering what I mean when I say that I'm going to bleed the brakes. Well, basically what it is when you change out the brake calipers, you have the end of the brake line that then has a hole in it, so stuff leaks out and air gets in and it's a big mess. And you do not want air in your hydraulic system that is the brakes, because if you've ever tried squishing water, or in this case brake fluid, you know that doesn't squish. But if you've tried squishing air, you know you can squish air a little bit, actually a lot. Which is bad because you don't want variable, you know, squishiness in your brake line. You want the hydraulic fluid to just act as like a fluid plunger, you know, like a static object that does not randomly change size. But if you had air in there, it's going to mess up, make your brakes all squishy and gross, and possibly not even work. So what you need to do is you need to bleed the brakes, which means take all the air bubbles out of the brakes, which means basically flush fluid out through the hose until you can't see any more air bubbles. And by see, I mean you attach hoses and you have like a pump thing. And I'm looking for a pump thing right now my dad has, where you can do this with 2 people, or you can do it by yourself. If you have like a kit thing, you can do it by yourself. I don't know. Hold up. Where is this? I feel like this would have been more obvious. Hold up. I need to go ask my dad where it is. Okay, I found it, but I'm not telling you where. You can go back in the video and look to see where you see this kind of thing. But anyways, if I open this up, you see, yeah, that, oop, it is upside down. Or actually, whatever. Oh, nope, I'm stupid. Okay, so you see that there is this pump thingy that can draw a vacuum, right? And then it can suck the brake fluid into this little tub thingy here. And oh yes, and then there's another line right here that goes on the other end of this tub thingy and sucks the I'll connect it in a second. Okay, so hold on, I'm going to put you between my legs. Okay, there we go. So you see we had the little vacuum gauge here, and then we got the little tube things going to, and then we got the other end here, and this end will go on the bleeder valve. And so if I put my thumb over this and I just start pumping, you'll notice that we start building a vacuum. Oh, I let something go. There, see, we got a, what is that? It's a 15 PSI vacuum. So then if I let my thumb off here, see that it sucked in a bunch of air. So basically what we do is we create a vacuum, or put this on the bleeder valve, probably put some grease around it, make sure we have a nice seal, create a vacuum that sucks the brake fluid into this little thingy. And then we watch this tube next to the bleeder valve and wait until there's like a clear or like a solid line of brake fluid coming through with no bubbles in it. And that means we've successfully bleeded the system, as it were. So I'm going to do that now. Goodbye, everybody. My name is Markiplier. Okay, so pro tip, when you're trying to pull a vacuum, make sure you have it on the vacuum mode, because before I thought I had it on the vacuum mode, and actually I had it on the pressure mode. So I'm kind of stupid, so I just put a bunch of air into my brake lines. But you know, we're gonna pull it out and I was gonna be fine. Oh, okay, well, so this nice tool that should have worked really cool, it turns out it did not work because it's stupid. And basically, in practice, when you actually try to put this end on the bleeder valve, it doesn't create a good enough vacuum, even if you glob a ton of grease on it. So I don't know how the guy in the video did it so easily. His was angled differently. His was angled straight upright, whereas ours is not. So that could be up factor. And oh my, there's stuff right there. I should empty that. Right, so but anyways, so we're gonna just try doing it manually. Here comes my dad. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so we bled the brakes on the front left and the front right. The only problem is that when I did the whole wrong vacuum direction before, that might have put air into the back. So we might have to bleed the back brakes, but I guess we can probably do some sort of test driving before then. That's kind of stupid. That's my bad. I feel pretty dumb. But anyways, who puts 2 settings on something made for bleeding brakes? Anyways, so now all I'm going to do is brake clean the rotors again, and clean up all the stuff, and then do the bellows clamps for the tie rod ends. Unrelated, but I forgot to do that like a few weeks ago, so I should do that. And then I'm going to connect the resistor and hopefully go for a test drive. Okay, so I tried to get this style of hose clamp on, or not hose clamp, but bellows clamp on, or actually this style of bellows clamp on, and I couldn't, because there's not really a way to, like, once like with a zip tie, you click it together, put it over the thing, and then pull it tight. But with this, since it has like these little teeth, it doesn't really work that, like you can't
You have to like hold it in place while you put the teeth. Basically, it just doesn't work and it sucks and I hate it. And I spent like an hour on this, so yay. So I'm gonna just leave my zip ties on there, which are terrible, and then probably have a professional look at it, and hopefully they can do it in like 10 minutes with either this, or I'll just buy the OEM part at this point. I don't give a crap. Which means I'm going to clean up all this stuff for real this time, and then put the wheels on, lower it back down, and then put the resistor in for the blower motor, because I got that, and then go for a test drive. Yippee! And this brake is still kind of sticking weird. It's like harder to turn than it should be. So I don't really know what's gonna happen, Chad. I don't know. My car's gonna burn up in flames. I don't kill myself. I am going to put the new resistor in the car. And the van just started. Holy shit, Chad. Look at this. Look at this. So I've got you can see the speed there. I'm going a little closer for but you can see the speed there. And look, I turn it down, and I turn it up, and I turn it down, and I turn it up, and I turn it down, and I turn it. But anyways, it worked. That is very cool. So it was the resistor. Yippee-ki-yay. The only thing, oh yeah, and the blower isn't making noise now. Like sounds like a regular fan, which was, I didn't have an example of that, how it sounded before, but it sounded like before. Only interesting thing is that it makes like you can hear like a when it's on the lowest setting. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's fine. I mean, you probably wouldn't hear that with any road noise anyways. But yeah, so the resistor's working. And now I'm gonna take it off the ramps and test drive it. So yeah, I want custard.
It's not nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, update. The windows are not going back up for some reason. No idea why. To look at the fuse or something. Strange because I didn't really change anything with the wiring there. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so we went for a test drive, and we heard a scraping noise coming from this wheel, which is obviously not good, but it was like infrequent, so it sounded like there's like a patch on the wheel that when it's rotating is hitting something randomly. And if you spin the wheel, I don't know how well you can hear that, but you can hear there's like a little scraping sound that kind of sounds like it's coming from here. And our current theory is that if you look through here, which I don't know how well you're going to see it, but if you look through here, you can kind of see like weights that they put on the wheel, right? And this is the caliper right here. And there's weights that they put on the wheel, which you can see like right there. And those are getting really close to the caliper. And it's hard to tell if they're actually hitting the caliper, but it seems to be related to the noise we're hearing. So the caliper I got is slightly larger than the last caliper I had, I guess. And these weights, like right there, that stream of weights is probably hitting it slightly is our guess. And that's what's making this sound. So probably they'll just wear off a little bit. I might have slightly unbalanced wheels, but you know. So that's funny. Also, the brakes feel a little soft yet, so either we're gonna bleed them more or take it somewhere just to get them professionally bled. So the car still doesn't really work, but it's getting there. Also, the power windows are not working right now. That's disconcerting. Okay, so it turns out the power windows thing was just a software bug, it seems, because we disconnected the battery and then reconnected it, and now we have windows up again. So, you know, cool. I gotta take the hardware, the firmware out sometime and fix that, I guess. But anyways, now we're test driving it again because since we know that the wheel thingy, or we're pretty sure the wheel thingy is just a very funny, just the weight's hitting. So we're gonna go on the highway and see if there's any vibrations or anything, and hopefully not die because brakes are still kind of spotty. But you know, we don't need those. So. Yeah. Pretty dash. Whee! Oh, we're getting on the highway now. Give it the beans! Give it the beans! All of the beans, that's all of them. Yeah.
That is a world of difference from where it was.
Yeah. So we're talking about the vibration that before we did a bunch of like strut or suspension work. That was a while ago though.
We haven't done the struts yet.
Yeah, we've done everything except the struts basically on the suspension. So the suspension. Hold it as a cop.
Hold it tight.
Don't get pulled over in the new car.
Shinnequa.
Oh, they'll actually pull you over.
Yeah.
Okay, so we completed the test drive, and I think it like actually kind of works, and like the brakes actually felt pretty good when we did some emergency braking. So whatever felt weird before, I think is fine now. Apparently, I don't know. So I think we're kind of good for now, which is weird because I thought for sure it wasn't working, but I guess it is. There's still like some stuff I should probably have somebody to look at. Like there's still some vibrations a little bit, and I probably should do the clutch at some point, and there's like I should do the struts at some point, and oh, there's like the clamps that I couldn't get on that I should do at some point. But I think it kind of works now. I guess. I mean, it felt fine. Like if that was the car I was normally driving, I wouldn't think anything was off. How did you check the wheels?
Yeah, they feel the same. The lug nuts feel the same temperature.
Okay, so the lug nuts. Okay, so the front left brake isn't dragging anymore. It sounds like, which is why we replaced them in the first place. So that's good. So I think. Chat, did we win, chat? I'm gonna eat food now and go to bed. Goodbye. Okay, so yesterday when I was when the car kind of started working for some reason, oh wait, hold up, I gotta clean the bird poop. Okay, I got the bird poop off my car because I'm cool. So now, basically, it turns out my car is basically working now. I think the only thing kind of major left to do is the bellows clamp thing that I should get figured out before I like actually start driving it for real. But I mean, I'm basically just driving it for real at this point because I want to drive my car. So as a test of driving it for the first time, I am going to go to get a car wash because it looks kind of shitty right now. And then I am going to go to Oscar's and get some custard. And then I'm going to go back home. So that way I can feel better about myself. Okay, cool.